Shopping for machetes here, huh? This is machete heaven or machete paradise.
Machete paradise.
Yeah. Machete heaven is the place where you can actually use the machetes.
That's right.
Machete paradise here. A lot of Tramontinas.
Take a look at this one. Pull lock out. Pull lock off right about there. So my idea is to duplicate it, make another one that looks just like it. It fits in the sheath.
But I have to speak a little louder because this microphone sucks.
They also have the larger version, same handle, but it's just a much longer blade, and I don't need all that blade. And it also looks like it's a little thinner. The blade is a little narrower, so I think the short one is the one I'm going to go with. And there's this one here. I like this handle better. It just seems more secure. I'm going to try to make a bow lock out of one of these as well. So I'm going to be going home with 2 machetes at least today.
Yeah, I buy myself some too. Hello there, friends. Today I'd like to talk to you about the new blades that I've got recently. Okay, these 2 ones here were given me as a gift by my friend, okay, from Paraná, Maringá, the city of Maringá, Vinicius. Okay, thank you a lot, Vinicius, for these machetes. And these are the 2 blades that I've bought at the blade market, at the machete market you've seen just a few minutes ago. So I'll be talking about these blades and the modification I've put on them, and I think you'll like it. Hold on a minute. Now these are the ones that I bought the other day with Mac at the Machete Paradise supermarket or market, where you can see and have all types of different machete brands available in Brazil. Different from a lot of other places where you can mostly get Tramontinas. There you can actually get a much larger variety of brands, and these are these 2 ones here are made by CIMO. We call it CIMO, C-I-M-O. I think you can see it there. Yeah, this is actually the very first time I've ever seen these machetes, and this one here is pretty raw. This has exactly the same way as the first day when I bought it, and you can see, people, this thing is blunt. Okay, it's actually blunt. You can do anything with this. Only hack through the bush. You cannot do any chopping, really nothing. It requires some real good work on the edge to make this a usable tool. But the steel seems to be very good, and differently from the other Tramontinas and the cornetas I've showed you previously. These 2 ones here seem to have a much thicker blade than the cornetas. Hold on a second. Check this corneta here, and now the CIMO there. I hope you'll be able to see it there. I don't know. I'm trying here, people. If it doesn't work, I'm sorry. But you can take my word that the corneta is much thinner than the CIMO one, and which is good, because I actually like the idea of having 3 different types of machetes. This one here, the thicker one, is a better type of machete if you're not working for long hours. If you're doing only small chopping and small tasks at camp, so you're not working really heavily for very long hours, this is excellent because it allows you to knock down some smaller trees to help you make shelters, whatever you need, the wood for. And this can actually chop through candeia, which is very hard wood we got here that burns really well. The other machete, the corneta one, would be very difficult to chop through conveyor, but these two ones here, because you actually have much more metal in the blade, you know, could easily deal with the wood, the hardwoods we got here. So these are excellent choppers, okay? But like I said, I don't know, it's another thing, it's full tang, so totally full tang. Excellent machete, right? The handle, it's made of wood, it's not too good, requires some improvement, otherwise it would mess up with your hands pretty bad. So yeah, this is actually a very cheap machete. I paid what? I don't remember, 17 reais. It must be what? $7, $7 for each of these machetes here. And they are quite cheap, but they do require some improvement if you really want to make them a usable tool for the bush, for the jungle, for the area where tropical area where you are. Well, like I said, this one here is pretty much like the day I bought it. Now, as for the longer 16-inch machete, I have already started improving on the blade, working on the blade, and I've got it convexed all the way from the top until, let's say, 2 inches from the handle, where again I have the Scandinavian portion, which is my preferable type of profile for this type of blade regarding the first portion, the closer portion of the blade, the one which is closer to the handle. And I also had to work on the handle itself to make it more comfortable. Another feature I'm going to put on the handle after I've learned it from Mr. Dave McIntyre again is I'm going to work with the wood, with the file, okay, on the handle, so it will fit, okay, my hand on it very comfortably, so it will actually allow me to work for long hours without tearing my hand off, without really messing up with my hand too bad. So this is another feature. I'll still work on it, but you can see it already that the features are the handles, they are different, right? The original one here and the one that I have already started working with. I ain't done with this machete here yet. I haven't finished working with this machete yet. I did squared off the spine of machete already, and I rounded off the tip to allow me a better grip, like I showed with the other machete, to perform several types of tasks. Scandinavian portion here, convex edge, okay, all the way along the blade. Yeah, very good bush tool. So now I can say that I have 4 excellent machetes for the bush here, different profiles, different sizes, which will you know, work for different types of jobs, different types of works you have to perform in the bush. Because like I said before, if you're chopping for long hours, guys, like I've done before, so what you want is a thin, light machete like this one here, okay? Or like this one here, like Mac and I had on us during our 6-day trip last January here in Brazil, which is summer, high summer, rain season. The forest is really, the jungle is really green. So we had light machetes, and we had one big thicker machete. I think it was his Ontario, a 12-inch machete, okay, Ontario 12-inch. So yeah, we had different types of profiles of blades like I do got here now, and this is, you know, I'm really glad with the 2 gifts that I got and the 2 purchases that I've made recently. They sure add a lot of power, chopping, and different types of you know, tasks, performance, you know, to my collection now, and I hope you guys appreciate it. I'll be showing the sheaths I'll be making for these ones here. Both of them come with these cheap leather sheath. I was thinking about waxing this stuff here, but I don't know, I might buy a better sheath and then wax the new ones, and just, you know, keep these ones here for, I don't know, just in case, as a spare sheath. But I'll probably buy new sheaths for these machetes, and whether I buy them or I make them, I will always wax them, because this is something which I've learned from Mac, which makes, actually improves the sheath performance a lot in the wood in the jungle here, because everything is so wet. So actually the sheath becomes like waterproof, and you can see there's a little hole, a drainage hole here to allow water to leak out the sheath, and that's it.